Oh, look who's talking.
I'ma talk shit in the world gone stupid. And now I'm back on my bullshit.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Isn't that the McDonald's song?
Not well. It was
Yeah,
McDonald's,
it's a McDonald's
but
song.
it comes from Welcome Back, Carter. It was a
from
sitcom.
That? Yeah, no, I remember the show,
Yeah.
but I mean, I didn't watch it. I'm not that old.
I saw it on AMC. I saw it on Turner Classics.
Yeah, exactly. I saw it on my grandma's video cassettes or video collection. Remember we used to collect VHS?
Bro.
And it was all the TV shows. People would buy the TV shows on video
Yes,
cassette.
yes.
Ballers
I Love
had
Lucy.
those. I didn't have all that.
Yes.
I never had
all that shit.
None of that I had. None
It
of
was
that.
crazy, bro. We had stacks and stacks of those fucking
Dad,
things.
you were rich growing up.
No, we just had a hustle in the hood, bro.
You know? There you go. That's the one. That's the one.
It was real. They fell off a container ship from time to time.
Right? It's nice that we got container yards nearby. Lovely. I call it Pedro. People call the port of Long Beach. I'm always like, it's Pedro to me. The whole port.
Yeah,
to me, it's
it
always
is.
Pedro.
Yeah, it's Pedro. Yeah,
But not to,
but it's also in Long Beach,
not to the rest of the country. It's Long Beach port.
and it's the gateway for those of us that live around here.
Yeah, exactly. It's a shortcut over to Long Beach.
Yes.
It's where all the Pedro cats work. So that's why it's the port of Pedro.
So, the crazy shit that has happened the last 2 weeks just got a little crazier as far as people's bullshit, but not so crazy as far as the feeling has subsided a little bit, just personally in me, about how crazy that moment was and all of that went on
Talking about
with our boy Charlie Kirk.
right?
Yeah.
So last week, our first episode was released.
Yes.
Minutes ago, so to speak, kind of, sort of.
Kind of scary.
Don't want to speak too soon. It's on Spotify already right now. Not on YouTube yet.
Yeah.
But by the end of the week, we'll get that
Right.
all ironed out, and it'll be on the gram and on the Facebook. But
Yes.
yeah, we talked about Charlie Kirk last week a little bit. Not even like the whole time, just a little here and there.
No, it was spread throughout.
Yeah, because it was the day of.
Yeah,
It was the
yeah.
day he was assassinated.
No.
It was
That was the week before.
Oh,
So we
you're
had
right.
this has been 2 weeks. This is our
You
third
are
week
right.
since he was killed. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that makes even more sense because so much more is still, everything's still happening. All the media stuff is still being fed.
Yes,
to me.
yes.
I'm
The
still
media
seeing
parts being fed,
all kinds of it still.
and there's been crazy shit back and forth. Jimmy Kimmel was kicked off. Now Jimmy Kimmel's back on.
Okay, so do you know? I mean, you don't have to recite it perfectly, but do you know what he said? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Wasn't it really like soft and
No,
like?
it was very soft. He
like-
said it was something along the lines of the Republicans are trying really hard to make the shooter not a right wing person, and I think that was the extent of it.
He has said such more
Crazy shit towards
extremist
Trump.
in any direction, more extremist in any direction stuff many times.
Yeah, he's a comedian.
Exactly. So I mean, like the guy can't.
Now
make
that
a,
part isn't
that's
even-
not funny. So he wasn't making a joke,
No,
but he's a comedian, so it's a good point.
He actually-
says things. He
he
said
actually
plenty.
came out and said how heartbroken he was that all this had happened, and he sent his heart, felt everything to his wife, to Charlie Kirk's wife, and to his kids, and couldn't believe it. And then he said that the Republicans were trying so hard to make the shooter not one of them, and that's what sent everything else over the top.
And that's pretty ridiculous. I mean, so that really just gives life to all the stories about the political parties running the media. Like, we all know they do, but this gives it even more life. It's like he goes and says something like that, and then the next day, this guy who hosts Late Night with Jimmy Kimmel, right? That's the name of it, right?
Yeah,
It's not
something
else.
Yep.
It's like the Tonight Show. It's the show.
Right.
And you're going to yank him. He's been on there for years saying much worse things. So who's really running the show up there in the window?
Well, I don't think you are hip to all this, but it's in the news. To me, this shit is crazy, bro. It's brought a whole new meaning of, you knew that they didn't always release shit in the news when I was young, when you were young, when we had 13 channels.
Yeah.
Because
There you go.
because there was news on all the channels, but it was 10 o'clock news for 5, 11, 9, and 13.
Yeah.
And it was the 11 o'clock news for 2, 4, and 7.
4, yeah, exactly.
And those were the big dogs. NBC, ABC, and CBS.
Yeah.
And you know that the media kept shit out of the public that was top secret, or was that government asked them, right now we're in the middle of something, whether it was Vietnam War or
so
whatever,
don't say
World
shit.
War II. Yeah, don't say shit about this.
Yeah.
And you know, after we've solved this issue, then you can bring it out and do what you guys are going to do with it. So that relationship, I think, has always been there.
Yeah,
But
that's a good point.
I didn't realize a couple things happened the last few days that Pete Hegseth told everybody at the Pentagon that reporters are no longer able to roam free, that they're no longer able to just tell the stories that, you know, of news stories that are coming in and out, that they've got to, I forget the restrictions he put on them, but all of them are getting restricted now. They're not going to be able to just go talk to people. They've got to set things up to ask if they can do whatever stories they need to be asking, if they can do those stories.
Wow.
So then, on top of that, Trump gets on well, it's not even Trump. I don't know how it all worked out, because that's insider shit. They don't know if the president told his
What's the talk? What's the talk of the town? What does it feel like? I mean, we're not here to give proof of
the
anything.
SEC guy came on a podcast and threatened CBS over Jimmy Kimmel's show and said that if they didn't do something about it, he was going to have the system do something about it. So he's basically saying the government's going to come, start fining you and shutting you down and putting shit on you. He said this out of his own lips.
That is a huge statement to make, making that claim like that.
Yes.
And there's nothing behind it. I don't even understand the concept.
Yeah,
of how
it's
they could
unconstitutional.
It's not even close to being a guessing game on if this guy should be working or not.
But at the same time, Trump already got the last late night guy, Colbert, fired.
Stephen Colbert got fired, and the basis on that is that we're saying that it was the president who made that happen.
Let me tell you. So I don't remember the parent company, but the parent company was being bought by another company.
Okay.
Of that, I don't know if it's ABC or NBC or whoever the hell it is. Man, anyway, it doesn't matter. You go figure that shit out if you're watching this. But the bottom line is, bro, that they were going to do a merger, and the merger on something that big, it has to be signed by the president of the United States.
What?
Has to, yes,
This
has
is
to okay
crazy
it.
talk.
Yes,
What?
it's to stop monopolies from happening.
Well, I get that, but
Yeah.
I mean, so
So-
since we don't know what it is,
So
but it's
what
like two
happened
media
was
outlets,
he
right?
started to sue one of them, and they had to pay him
president
off. Yes, they had to pay him off. They had to. They agreed to some. I don't even know all the stipulations, to some bullshit, crazy shit. And one of them was that they had to get rid of the late night dude. He had to go. So they did all that, and they got their deal signed, and now this company sold, and the lady made billions of dollars on it, and that's all that mattered.
He's so smart. He's so smart. That damn Presidente. He's so goddamn smart.
So now they wanted to get rid of him just politically because of Charlie Kirk, and what other people are saying. I don't know, other pundits and other shows and other reporters are saying that he's trying to test the waters to see how much he can stymie the press, because this is one of the mechanisms that you need to do this diabolical plan that the left says that he's going to do.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, but I mean, hey, look, it's kind of all playing out a little bit. I mean, it makes sense. It makes
I
sense.
don't know, bro.
It
Look,
could just be happenstance, but it makes sense.
it does make sense, but and here's my thing. Most of this comes from this thing called, it's from a right-wing organization that I told you a little bit about this in the past, about, it's a think tank, and they designed the whole 2025 playbook for what they want the president to accomplish when he's in office.
Okay. And this is separate from what the president has in mind, I'm sure, for the most. I mean, I'm sure they share ideas, but you're telling me that this is a separate entity as opposed to the president's not involved in this think tank, right? Do you know?
Okay.
Because I don't know why. I just feel like.
So do I think? So are you asking me like, do they have meetings, pull in Trump and say, "What do you think"? No.
No.
No. That's not how it works.
No, I'm saying it's a think tank. Is he invited into this and be part of the plan for his own year, or do they bring it to him later and say, "This is what we're looking at"?
No, they bring it to him before the presidency. Before the presidency, this thing was already talked about in the election. When everybody was battling it out, or not everybody, when him and Kamala were battling out, this was the talk was that this organization already has this playbook that they're going to implement, and he kept denying it. He kept saying, "Oh, I don't even read that thing. I don't even read that thing. I don't know anything about what you're talking about." That was what he said during the whole lead up to the election. Once he got in office, he started knocking off the things on that list.
I've got a great team. They're great people. Yeah. They've got wonderful ideas.
Yes.
Truly the best. The best in the business.
If you look at it as a political point, it seems, bro, like they just want to make the country more right-wing Republican ideology. Period. Mm-hmm. So they want to put like religion in schools. They wanted to kill abortion.
Oh yeah.
So they did that in the last that was one of their agendas that they accomplished last time.
That overall agenda.
Yes. It's not a diet. Okay, so on my terms, this is a reading it on its face value because I've seen some of the things that they want to do. They're not diabolical, but do they put equal rights back? Do they put women's rights back? Do they put gay rights back? All those things, yes, they do. Because the concepts, they really want a Christian society where we all are all under, it's kind of like the Arabs have the Quran and that society on that side, and they want the Christian Bible to be in our politics and in our lives. Church and state are no longer separated.
No, they love I've said
that's what they want.
There's nothing scarier than someone who mixes their politics with their religion. It's scary as hell to me.
It is, bro.
This person that we voted in is the second coming of
now that's God. What some other people are saying, dude.
Oh my God. I've heard it from other people, and that's why I feel this way, because I've had people say that. Some crazy, insane, extreme Christian spouting off about Trump this and that, and he's going to make a big move, and it's just, and it's God's plan, and he's with, and I'm like, whoa, you just said he is with God and yes. God's plan. Are you serious, bro?
Well, their whole concept is that it's all God's plan, and if he has to use the devil to do it, it's part of the plan.
Well, yeah. So it's funny because I just happened to have a conversation with a friend about the abortion topic, and we make some points. I mean, we agreed we're both pro-choice, right? So, and not me and you. I mean, me and him, right?
Yeah.
So, the argument can be made, and I'm gonna try not to butcher it, but it's like if we want to bring God into this conversation about abortion, you said that God gave us free choice. That was God's will. That's what makes us, right? That's obviously how we're different from animals, right? These things.
I like where you're going, bro.
We've gotten into this point, and God always has a plan, right? And no matter what has happened, it was God's destiny, and I'm supposed to learn, or I'm supposed to do this or that, and it's always God's plan. It's always what they say. God has a plan. So God planned the abortion. What do you want from me? I don't know what to tell you about that.
Because there's what man wants and what God wants.
Well, there's a plan, but there's always God's plan, and He executes those plans.
Look,
so I'm just like,
it's
that's pretty simple.
It is crazy I don't. There's probably going to be nobody that ever watches our show.
Stop. Period.
just because the fact that we are not religious people.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big thing for people to, like,
choose who they're friends with. I don't know. We shouldn't get into this right now. This is
everything.
episode 2. We shouldn't. We can't.
No,
we
we're
can't.
not. But I know.
We can't. No. You listen. We can't, because if you finish that sentence, then I'm gonna say something else, and that whole conversation.
Okay. Let's get off the religious folks.
Charlie, we're gonna get off religion, and we're gonna talk about Charlie.
Yeah.
All right, Charlie Kirk, by the way, not Charlie Manson.
Yes, thank God.
They're both religious.
And they're both good topics.
They're both devout. All right, so let's get back into Charlie. Charlie, you're unfortunate assassin. Let's keep that rolling. That's how I feel. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. Yes, that whole thing. And
well, what was kind of new that you've heard some more recently? Because, like I said before we started, that my feed is only giving me one. Like, my algorithm is only giving me one direction, and I can't even attest to why it's giving me this. It's mostly just like my Christian friends posting. So maybe that's why my algorithm is showing just stuff that's leaning more towards, like, that his wife forgave him in a.
No, that's in every press.
Yeah, I get that.
That's across the board.
But he's over there in Arizona in this, I don't know where they are, some event center, some stadium or dome.
The dome.
And then I get fed stuff like that. It looked like somebody was recording the street and there was trash all over the place. And this is what Charlie Kirk's mourners left behind all over. It looks like there was a festival in the streets and there were no trash cans. It's like that. Broken chairs, like all kinds of I don't even know if it's the right street on the right day. This is my algorithm, dude. I get fed.
Yeah, so you don't even know if that's a true story.
I don't even know where we are, dude.
Yeah,
I really don't.
Yeah.
Because I don't click on this stuff, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. I didn't see that either. I did see the parts where she forgave the shooter, and that was I watched a few other people and have conversations about that, and both sides,
understand that concept.
Look, forget the side thing. Yeah. How can a human not
what?
Not be deeply moved by that woman's ability to do that, or even say that.
Or to say that, whether she feels that way or not, or whatever the reason, she says it out loud.
Well, it's what she's taught in her doctrine of being religious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's also a good human thing to do, man. If you can do it.
It's been proven that forgiveness is a release, and that you're able to attempt to move forward from something tragic in your life.
For sure.
Someone that was wronged you. You harbor these angers, and it does build inside you. It does affect you as much as we all like to pretend it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
It's hard to forgive somebody who's wronged you, especially in that way. This isn't just someone who abused you. This person murdered your husband. So, yeah, I mean, it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
It is. It's a huge deal. And so we've learned a lot about the kid. We haven't learned a lot about the kid, to be honest with you. We've only learned those initial things that came out about the writings on the shell casings and about his conversations, but there hasn't been much released since he got arrested.
I'm kind of glad, because I think that if you don't release all this stuff right away, which sounds stupid for me to say this, I almost feel like there's a chance that what comes out is truth, but then I'm like, no, the more they're quiet about it, the more they get to write what they want it to be.
Yeah, dude, but now all these conspiracy theory people are throwing shit left and right.
Yeah, well, that's going to happen.
Left and right, about how he got shot from the back, and it was a security guard behind him. It was a sabotage. It was a... Yeah.
The signals. It's the same.
Yes, the signals.
The same CIA agent was at Trump's assassination attempt, and he's in the same pic. I'm like, is that him? I go, I'm not clicking on this.
Dude, these guys, okay, if it's entertainment purposes, I'm all for it. You're an entertainer. People understand you're an entertainer. It's a great story.
Give it to me.
Give it to me. But if you can't differentiate in that, and you can't understand that this isn't a real fucking thing, and you're taking this thing to heart, and it might affect you in some way that would have you do something about it, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Do something about it. Yeah, you need to chill out before you become the next assassin, dude.
Up, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Oh my God.
I do enjoy those people, though. watching them talk about this stuff, or like,
Yeah, okay,
show me
for
a video, put
entertainment
it all
value
together?
purposes,
Yeah, I love
yes.
that. But there's,
yes.
but they're not able to differentiate.
No,
No, they don't live in reality like those other kids in Fuentes, right?
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
so
so
then that,
yeah.
I think I might have been misinformed with some of that.
Oh yeah. So last week you got to tell you where you're wrong.
Yeah.
Where was it? Tell me.
Yeah. I still don't have a ton of information about Nick Fuentes other than this one interview, and I got to go back because I didn't spend most of my week digging into him because there was many more things to worry about in the world. But I will go back and get
Like
some of the
going
old
for a
footage.
beach ride in Santa Monica.
Yes, mandatory. You got to spend time with your spouse.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
That's what I was doing. She's gonna hear this and go, "No, you fucking weren't." I went to the Sand Sports show on Friday. I went to Horror Nights on Saturday, and then she went out to dinner and lunch with her mom and her sister on Sunday. I didn't spend any time with her.
She didn't go to the haunted thing with you?
No, she doesn't go to that. No,
Oh, Jill can't handle that?
no, it's just me and Soso and Alyssa and some other friends and their kids.
Did she ever go with you guys before?
One time.
One time?
One time. Anyway.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We can
That's
catch
a
up
good
on
one.
that at the end of the
That's a
episode.
good
We can
one.
talk a little bit about that.
Okay, so all this conspiracy theorist fucks, all that shit, the kid who was explaining the Groiper people, I don't know if all of that was relevant to this kid that did this horrendous thing. I don't know if we know he was into video game stuff. The things that were on the casings were related to video games, were related to the Italian song that I told you about,
Yeah.
and were related to one other weird. There was two things that were related to video game, the song, if you read this, you're gay. That's all four. But anyway,
that was all the stuff written on his.
All the stuff on the
shell
shells.
casings,
Yeah. And but Nick Fuentes is still a controversy. What I found out for sure about the guy is that he is some kind of racist. Okay,
Some kind of racist.
Like, here's how I'm going to explain that. He's one of those people that believe white people should marry white people, black people should be with black people. No. Okay. Segregist.
Okay.
But he seemed to appreciate every ethnicity and every human being on the planet, and understanding that nobody is better than one. Well, I can't say that.
Would a separatist kind of fit that term, you think?
Yeah, I don't
think
know
the
what
old
they're
term
called.
for separatists, I think it revolves around like the Civil War time and Jim Crow laws and things like separatists. I think that's full racism.
Yeah,
the old
yeah,
name,
yeah,
but it
yeah,
still
yeah.
feels like now it should be different. So it seems more
Yeah.
like it's fitting like that.
Yeah, just somebody who wants to.
Stick with your own.
Yeah, and I don't know why that shit is in his brain or how he comes about with that shit. That's on another level down the road.
Yeah.
But he now has. Remember how I told you he has a couple 100,000 followers? I read something. He has like 600 to 800,000 followers now.
Okay.
But he's been at it for almost 10 years.
Well, is he growing steam right now because of this?
Yes.
And that kid?
In addition to, I don't know if no. Let me rephrase that.
Are we
I don't know.
Are you? Let me rephrase
Are we
this.
contributing?
Are you the only motherfucker who thinks he's connected to the shooter?
No. I don't think he's connected to the shooter.
No, well, I thought you said that his you were
No.
saying his
No.
outlooks and
No.
his Discord stuff, like stuff he's involved in.
I said that the mentality among the nothing serious movement is a dangerous way to think, and that's what the other kid that was describing the shooter, he thought that would be his motives for everything. But as I'm going through this more, I don't know if he really. Okay, for sure he's in the gaming community. For sure he's a memer, and he thinks about all those things and everything being funny because he said it right in the text.
You're right.
So those things are proven that if those are all his text, that's his thinking.
Yeah. No, I was just making a joke. I thought it was just like we were connecting him in a way that he's involved in these communities.
Yes, yeah.
And
He was. Remember, I said,
feeds
yeah,
them,
he's
and
involved in
they
all
give
these
back,
communities, and it doesn't mean that you're a killer if you're involved in all these
Yeah.
communities. But he just happened to be one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about Fuentes. Like you said.
No. Yeah.
Fuentes
So the
is involved.
Fuentes guy,
Is it Fuentes?
sure.
How do you say his name?
Fuentes.
Fuentes.
Yeah, if we were speaking
Like
in
a
LA,
girl-
it's Fuentes.
Fuentes,
If
yeah.
it's the way he says it, it's
Fuente.
Fuente.
Fuente. Oh.
Yeah, Nick Fuente.
Okay.
Now I don't know if that's really how he says it. I'm just fucking just talking shit right now
All right,
because I watched him.
let's get back on topic
Yeah.
here. I fucked it up.
Yeah, fuck the whole thing. Fuck the whole thing. We're just all over the topic, and I can't sit down too
You
far.
bring your mic in tighter there.
Oh, it's pretty tight, dude.
If you
I'm
well,
right
if you
on it.
scooch down and relax. There you
All
go.
right,
Hello,
all right,
dog.
all right.
Hello, Clarice.
Okay, so he is a controversial figure on the right side, and he has his nationalist beliefs. I think he contradicted the concept of him being called a white nationalist, but he has his national beliefs, and he does believe about the same race type shit. That's his stance in his life for whatever reasons, crazy reasons he has that.
Right.
But the rest of him seemed pretty civil about how he came up in politics as a debater, and he excelled in some of the programs that he was in as a young youth. He's been into this political thing since he was like 12 years old.
I wonder if his whole motive is like when he followed Trump, because Trump was just, like trending. Obviously, he's always trending. And
No,
so,
he said
that he follows up, and then he decides that he no longer thinks that Trump is on the same avenue as him. He's not as extreme as he thinks he should. So now he backs off, and he goes, is this like, you think this could be one of his things where he just, to keep himself trending, it's like do one thing and then do the different and then do something else? And
Trump or Nick?
No, Nick.
I think Nick is learning.
Because
I think he's going from a teenager when he gets in all of this mix. He's 18 years old.
Oh shit. Well, because you were
He's
saying,
still thinking like a kid.
I was like, oh, is he trending now even more because of this? So he
Yeah.
must have some.
No,
kind
he's
of,
trending right now because of this for sure. There's no doubt that this is why he's trending right now. And it seems like he's been knocked off so many platforms because on the show he was on last night, which is the PBD, he is somebody who is growing as a person. Like, he's only 26, I think, right now. So he's going from a teenager to a young man in his thoughts. And he went to college, and he was, in this program with all these other right-wing kids that are, in the political theater now and coming up. And he got exiled from them all. They all cut him off. They banned him. They ostracized him. They canceled him. And he says that it was because one instance was he criticized Israel. He didn't criticize well, I don't know. You got to watch the thing to determine your own freaking things. You know what I'm saying about the guy? But in my perspective of him, he seemed to have some normalcy coming out of his mouth and a lot of things that he thought as a normal person, but had these abstract ideas about like white should be with whites and black should be with blacks and Asians should be with Asians, and his own philosophical reasons for that. And it's just, I don't want somebody like that being a political figure in my life.
No.
But
No.
You can't stop somebody from being a political figure for whatever their views are, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't. Not anymore.
No.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, bro.
Anybody could be president.
Straight up. Straight up. Anybody can be president.
All right, let's get back to what we were talking about.
Okay.
Fucking. So the new what's the new stuff that you're seeing as far as
the new
Charlie
shit about Charlie Kirk? There's not really. It's just people debating now about the right still wanting to condemn the lefts, and it's all the lefts are this, and the lefts are responsible for the extreme shit. And now slowly as it's dying, it seems like some level-headed people on the left are pushing back, and it's not going to make a difference. In 2 weeks from now, there's going to be cussing each other out and doing the same damn thing and criticizing each other with harsh words. And what can you do?
All right, so
we'll be in spin cycle again.
I'm just gonna the tumble fucking cycle. I'm just gonna say it. The left are responsible for this shit most of the time. I would say 90% of the time.
Would you?
Yeah, dude. I don't look. I'm totally open to being the fact that whatever it is that gets put in front of me might be more right leaning because I lean right on a number of things. So maybe my algorithm and whatnot. I keep saying that my algorithm goes that direction, but I'm not Christian in any way. I'm not religious in any way.
Right.
So that stuff bleeds in, and it's just whatever I'm watching. When there's something going on of recent with COVID and BLM and cops, it's like it's people hating on the right side of the politics and then rioting. And these aren't protests; these are riots. These are breaking windows, looting. Right? When
they weren't all.
That's right. They weren't
all, but
like
there
that.
was
No,
there was
a
some
lot
that got out
peaceful,
of hand for sure.
Thank you for letting me fucking say yes. There were plenty of peaceful protests.
Yeah.
And I'm for that. We talked about that. But all the crazy shit
for sure
stems from a lot of those same moments, right?
Correct.
And they're usually a left side political view protesting a right side political change, right? Something that the right side has done.
Well, I mean,
some kind of rule, some kind of law that they just up and change. Right?
Yes.
Whatever it is, abortion, whatever.
Yes.
Gay rights, and then these protests turn violent a lot of times, or they end up being not so peaceful.
Correct.
You don't see that when people are protesting a democratic change, a democratic political party change.
Because you guys don't do that.
You guys. I'll take that. You're right. We don't fucking do that.
Yeah. The only thing I can remember.
The only thing I can.
Yeah. The only thing I can remember is the Tea Party standing out in front of the courthouse, standing out in front of the police station with their signs, but everybody was like from 38 to 60.
So peaceful protest was inevitable.
Yeah, it was because nobody could walk that far.
They were tired.
And everybody had money, and they weren't needing to loot anything because they weren't poor kids trying to disrupt some shit.
For all the leftists listening, your extreme left guys, yes, the Capitol situation, okay, mark that one up on the Republican side.
Yeah.
For whatever the case, whoever got that going, go ahead and put that one over there. But like, dude.
But now we're talking. I understand
majority,
that. I understand that you're talking about like the protest turn into looting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't turn into killing people.
Correct. That's right. They don't. Not in a general term. No.
And in a general term, nobody from the January 6th riot killed anybody, but they did beat the shit out of some cops. So there was more beating shit out of cops by January 6th than in all the times that we've had the riots for anything.
And the right side doesn't beat up cops.
Well, who beat up the cops?
I don't know what January 6th you talk about.
When they went in and beat the shit out of all the fucking cops in the Capitol.
Oh, that's the date. I care so least. I don't give a fuck about this kind of stuff. So I don't even know the date. Yeah, so that one specifically is different. But the cops get beat up on all these other protests.
No, they don't. Loots. When do they get beat up by the looters?
What are you talking? They always get attacked and rocks thrown at them.
No. Yes. You're right. You're right. When they have their shields up, they do.
And let's be honest, the cops represent the right side of politics, right? I mean, because the right side always backs the badge.
No.
They don't represent.
Well, yes. Okay. So I agree with you that there is that juxtaposition because of.
Yeah.
Because
typical
of
stances on.
No, just because of. What was the slogan that black folks had that?
Sorry, I don't know.
Please don't shoot. Was please don't shoot?
I can't breathe.
or Black Lives Matter?
Oh my.
So it was first Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
And why did Black Lives Matter? Why did that even become a
because
thing?
cops were killing. Cops do. Hold on.
I'm just asking.
I want to say the right thing that's not so ridiculous.
Hey, no, because that was really good. We were really going to get a lot of views after that one.
Yeah, exactly. Hold up. Because there is an issue with race and cops across our nation, period. I'll leave it that. As
Okay,
open-ended
so
as
that's
I can.
why that first thing happened. And what was the rebuttal to that? Back the badge. The blue. With the,
Yes.
this blue
Yeah,
stripe.
which is what I do.
So you had one cause created an effect. That effect now had an effect on the other side to do something about it. And hence you had an issue where now it's the police versus black folks.
And then it became
And
the
then it became Democrats versus Republicans were
versus
backing.
cops. It was defund the police.
No, yes, you're right. You're right. You're right. Yes, 1,000%.
The LA politicians
Yes,
were screaming.
We're
that.
correct. Look, I'm
So
with you.
So it's a police are a right-sided thing. Peaceful protests are a left-sided thing that turn into straight up. It is always. I'm gonna say it always. It's the fucking left side. When they don't get what they want, they fucking act out.
No, I just want. I want to share something with you real quick.
I want to be shared with.
And we're gonna throw this up on our podcast and let the people see it after we do this. Go on YouTube real quick. Matter of fact, hang on. Let me see if I can send this to you. And
yeah, I wasn't gonna say that. I wasn't gonna start episode 2.
Showing, but only
hey,
reason I want to, because as a leaning left person or a leaning right person, you get fed these things so much that you believe it. And then you don't know until you look at the numbers. Like let me give you an example on the left. When we see that blacks do get shot on TV all the time or in these stories or everything we saw that led to Black Lives Matter. That was fed to us all the time. You know what was not fed? Was every time cops kill white people in the same situation.
Yeah.
Those things were not fed. So it was a biased information being fed out. And when you came to the numbers, I was so under the impression that black folks are getting killed at 3 times the rate as white people. And I know some people will say per capita, it's like that, this or that. But the sheer numbers still show that a lot more white people were killed by cops than black people were.
Yeah. I mean,
I didn't realize that because I didn't think that until I saw the numbers and the data come in. Oh, fuck, that's right. It is.
Yeah. Well, the other thing they don't feed you is that they're only feeding us the videos of cops killing black people.
That's what I'm saying.
Or the other side is when that demographic is shooting at cops, but they don't show when the white guys are shooting
Correct.
at cops.
They do not.
Or the crazy Asian gangs
They
are
do not.
They don't show it.
They do not,
And it
bro.
happens every day.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. So that's biased information being fed to us.
Right.
Now, on the right side, everybody on the right side is saying those same things right now. And they're saying the riots because that's the true thing that they can speak about.
That happened. Yeah.
But when it comes to a gun being pulled out and smoking somebody, it's far higher on the right side. And and it's proven. Government statistics, independent statistics, all of them have the numbers that I'm going to show you right now.
Hold up. So before you give it to me, I want to be clear on what you're saying. You're saying that what is the right side that when it comes down to pulling a gun and pulling that trigger, the right side is usually the one who does it more. Is that what you said?
Who does it? Who does it like at 63?
What's a quick example of what you mean by that?
Okay, that's what I'm going to talk to you.
Yeah, that's
the same way you're talking about. Who's the left? The left side is always doing more of it.
Generalize. I don't give a fuck. Do it.
I just wanted to recognize that.
Goddamn facts. Give me the opinion, because that's what the facts are these days. Is people's fucking opinions.
People's fucking opinions.
Yeah,
you're
dude.
right.
So
You're
give me your
right.
goddamn
You're right.
opinion.
You're right. So the cases that I know about are an example of Gretchen Whitmore. That you didn't hear about at all, where the Republican guy went in and shot her and her husband, and then had people on his list and was going to get more of them.
Yeah, I might have. I feel like I might have heard something, but I didn't look into it.
Then there was the guy that had the bombs, that was planning the bombs at at all the Democratic people's house, Biden's, Kamala's, Schumer's.
Oh yeah, and then we started. There was some.
And he didn't
senators
get
in,
it.
like,
He didn't get
Jersey
it
or
pulled
something.
off. They found him and got the bombs before he could kill anybody.
Okay.
But that was a whole situation of somebody going to physically do something that they thwarted.
Okay.
And then you have the guy that went in and shot all the gay folks at the bar. That was a right wing
That was
thing.
over here. That was
Yes,
here
he
in
just went and started smoking everybody.
Calabasas or
When was the last time you saw
Canyon.
that happen from some left wing nut?
Yeah. Well. You're
Now
right.
I'm just saying.
No, you're right.
I'm just giving you
No,
these
you're right.
numbers that you
Yeah,
don't
no.
you don't realize. So you only get fed the part that it's the left. It's the lefties. They're always the radical left, and it's every time they have a riot, they can't even
All right,
peaceful
I'm gonna say
protest.
some Republican shit.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
only talking about the riots. I'm talking about those mass looting. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not
yes.
talking about one-off assassins and serial killers. We all know they're white Republicans. We know Jeffrey Dahmer was a Ohio State kid. I know. I already know.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's just
but
those
still.
things that they don't. And the thing is that you have to look at both sides if you want to come into a solution.
Yeah. So
And you have to understand why are these people being indoctrinated to do this, and why are these people being indoctrinated to do that. And let's stop indoctrinating them to do that shit. Now, here's something crazy, bro.
Social media is doing it. I'll just say it real quick. It's a social media.
It's not just social media. It's the government in conjunction with.
Yeah, well, the social media is the outlet. Or
Yes.
the
Yes.
way to get it out.
And we have an exchange student that's staying with us right now. Okay? And we talk about, she's 15, I think she's 15. And we talk about things that go on in Germany and things that go on here. So what's the difference in the schools here, the schools there? She said that there's like 15, I think it's 15 minutes or 15 minutes out of every day. They have in every school, I think it was Catholic or Christian or other. And it doesn't matter what it is, but you get that 15 or 20 minutes to just, I don't know if it's meditate or pray or
To
do
put
whatever
your devotion to your
yes,
following.
to whatever you're thinking. And I gotta ask her details because I think there may be more to it. But it's about Germany does not want to have another incident where they had after World War II with Hitler.
Yes.
So they want every human being that's in their country to understand empathy and respect.
Open mind.
And
Yes.
all of these things. And I think that concept is not a bad concept where we have like, I don't want to say religion because our forefathers knew that putting religion in government would be a bad fucking deal for everybody. And we see it across the world.
Yeah, they usually just means they want to take over the next country based on their religion.
Yes. And so I think keeping that separate, but giving like a 15-minute either meditation or not even meditation, a conversation about being human and treating people good. Period.
Yeah, don't be shitty.
Don't be shitty.
We talked about that last week. Don't
And
be
here are
shitty
some
to
of the things
people.
you can do. Now, I don't know if something like that will ever stick because the religious side I'm not going to say left or right. I think religious people in general might want to have religion in schools, even though a lot of religious people don't. They understand that they have the common sense to understand that need. I think there's more that don't understand that common sense to have that need that want it, left and right. And so that's a scary thing to let even get into the conversation. But literally, we need to have some kind of concept about, look, we teach kids everything else in school. We teach them math. We teach them arithmetic. We teach them this. What is wrong with teaching them to be good people?
Because a good person is all good is in the eye of the beholder, right? So every parent has their own idea of what good is. And so when the teacher institutes their version of good, even if it's written in a book, even if as a nation we decide that this is what we're going to tell the kids how to be good, the golden rule, be good to your neighbor kind of thing. That'll never slide through, by the way. And let's pretend that it did. Like,
Well, it's already in Texas. Ten Commandments are in every school.
Well, we're not talking about a religion base. We're talking about a broad.
Yeah, but why would they allow the religion but not have the broad?
Well, we know why they're gonna, because that's their goal, is to have religion in the school, because they're right wing conservative, nut
right.
jobs. Like,
Yes.
how do you not see past your own?
I'm with you. Bro.
Your own watch.
I'm totally with you.
There's more things going on out there. You can't.
Okay, so now I got a question for you, and I'm just going to ask it.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to answer.
What do you do to get the Republicans to understand
that religion does not belong in schools or in generalized teaching
in your government?
What do you? Yeah, well, do you want to go to the top? You want to make sure that they know not to mix God and state. How do you do that? Man, I don't have a quick answer. I don't have a quick answer because I have no faith in having to be able to convince them that's what it comes down to. I have no faith that's possible.
Right.
I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not.
It's not, right?
Do the left side, do they mix God and state?
Like I said, I don't know to put this in left or right side. I don't know if the answer to this one is that simple, other than most Democrats that I think I speak to understand that you need a separation of church and state, and most of them are religious.
Okay.
The most Republicans that I speak to, I think that the ones that I speak to mostly believe that too.
But I think it's because of where we live.
It's got to be because of where we live.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't have that answer because I don't speak to enough people in other places about these subjects, because it's something you don't usually want to talk about when you're visiting people from other places.
I mean, the truth is, in our area, like, you really got to try hard to be a racist and right-wing conservative only, crazy down the line. Nothing else is different. Like,
yeah, they're only out in rural places.
And we got friends that are like that.
Some Orange County spots.
We have friends that are like that.
Yeah.
But they got friends in other demographics. So you're lying to yourself. You're not really that nutso about how you feel about politics.
Yeah.
Being a racist politician.
Right.
So, because that's what Republicans are in general. We're all racist, right? That's the outlook.
No, that's one of the talking points about it, for sure.
To live in our area, to be like that, you really got to try.
Yeah.
You got to try to not have any friends
Yes.
from any other, because we're all interacting with everyone.
Now here's the part that, how do we get people to stop letting the extremist on each side implement so much policy, and have the people down the middle start taking majority numbers and putting normal fucking shit that needs to be done into play?
Because they don't know how to be logical. It's just only about extreme. I mean, because you have, like we said before, you have to ask for the stars so you can get the moon, right? And it's a pendulum. We talked about it before. It's swing hard. Everything goes insane, crazy, strict, and then everybody fights the system, and then it goes back to the other side where we're letting everybody out of jail, and we're defunding the police, and there's no law, and you don't get pulled over for things around town anymore, and people are running red lights, and nobody gives a shit. And then it's like, oh, we need to tighten up, and then it'll go back, right? But that's just the way that it works. We're not going to be able to fix that.
We're not,
because we've already created two sides. So once you create two teams, you can't just be on one team. Who are you going to play against?
And we can't be the third. We can't be the third string.
We want to be the third string who's better than the first and second string.
Yeah.
We're not fixing that. Maybe we can. Doing this podcast, we can change the world. Bro.
We can start the middle.
Yes, middle party.
The middle party.
Haven't come up with a name for it.
The middle party.
The middle party
Fuck
works.
Everything else.
Yeah, the middle party.
Are you in the middle or not, bro?
Yeah.
Nope, I'm extremist. Yeah, bro. I'm fucking dumbfounded.
This is sad.
I quit.
Yeah.
I haven't even started and I quit. Yeah, man. So that's the shit. And the Nick Fuentes thing, again, back to him, because it was pretty informative. And I wanted to see him say some off the rail shit. But I think he was really minding his P's and Q's. And he claims that he doesn't believe and feel all the way that he did when he was younger. So he's had some growth.
Grown.
Yeah,
well, he's 24,
grown.
25. He's
going to grow again for the next 10 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. And he spoke very kindly about Charlie Kirk in his personal life, and he spoke, praised him for his virtues.
But Jimmy Kimmel's a perfect example of, you can't even say what the truth may be about someone who passed away in a really bad circumstance. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here thinking, like, God, we got to talk about people before they die so I can say what I really think. Because I have things that I could say that are pretty insensitive, and I don't want to say those things.
No,
because
for sure.
the guy that's all wrong.
Yeah.
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 But I got things that I like. I'm not saying it's valid, but dude.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say them.
Right.
That's just me
And
not
then
saying them.
Jimmy Fallon, back to Jimmy, he broke down in his monologue yesterday. It was his first night back, and he literally broke down speaking about Charlie Kirk's family and about how he wanted them to know that he had no malice in his heart, and that he has kids, and he broke down, talking about it.
Yeah.
And
I feel the same, and that's why I don't even want to say how I feel about the things that he had said to people and how he treated people. Straight up.
Yeah.
He was shitty.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
I don't care who you agree with.
No. And I don't care what context you put it in. It's still being shitty.
He was being generalized. He's pretty shitty to the people he's talking to.
Yep.
So
and I think so. Maybe that'll be our campaign, and we're going to run with it, bro. Don't be shitty. Mm-hmm. Don't be shitty.
Yeah.
And
you
now,
can disagree, but don't be shitty.
Yeah, don't be shitty. Now we got to differentiate between the joke and the being shitty.
Yeah.
Because we still like to joke around and fuck around.
Yeah.
But we're going to try not to be shitty about it.
Yeah, exactly. I may shit on you, but I don't want to be shitty to you.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so not much more has really surfaced about the shooter, just conspiracy theories. Maybe I should read some of those. I enjoy conspiracy theories. I hate that they're at someone's expense typically.
No, for sure.
I can enjoy a crazy story,
And I believe them. Okay, so
I'm a believer.
The conspiracy theories, bro. Isn't it funny how they just run into the next conspiracy theory?
Like the other one it's not real?
Yeah. Well, no. The other one didn't happen in the time frame that it was supposed to happen.
So there was some other one.
Yes, it's forgotten, but here's the next one.
Yes. Yeah, did you also hear that the end of the world was coming and there was a bunch of people who...
I saw the tagline, but I didn't click it.
Me either. People who follow God were selling everything they've got because tomorrow, and they're taking advantage. And
they're for the rapture.
Yeah. Well, what are you taking advantage of? You sold everything and what? You went hookers and blow? I don't understand. You follow God,
the truth,
right?
That's exactly what happened.
What do you do? And then the next day I saw one of those memes where it's just a Facebook typing saying, rapture canceled again. Dash God. I'm just I don't know. I don't click on this stuff. But was there something that was supposed to happen?
I don't know. I don't know. I missed that one. I'll have to look it up and tell you. Let's look it up right now.
Because we got
Is the rapture coming?
Yeah. Well, then we got the spaceship.
Is the rapture coming? Oh wait, what am I on? I'm on my inbox. My email won't tell me that. My email doesn't know. Oh boy. Here we go. Is the rapture coming? Why people on TikTok think the rapture is coming and that the world is ending in a week or ending this week.
Don't click it. Don't click it.
Okay, let me do the reading part so I don't have to do the listening part. It seems that people on the internet are talking about the end of the world, namely in Christian interpretation as described in the Revelation book, precisely on the 23rd of September, as they mention all the signs but never really elaborate.
Yesterday, by the way.
Every few years, a grifter will convince people the end is coming to some date. When it doesn't happen, people who were lied to don't ever get upset at the liar. They believe more lies. They change the date and continue the grift.
They pick a new date, just like you said. Like, oh, it didn't happen, so this is the plan. Actually, this is what's gonna happen.
That's great, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
can't
anyway, I
believe
guess
it.
we were all supposed to die. Well, then there's also like Axis 31 or some asteroid that looks like a spaceship that's on its way here, and it's like dodging other asteroids instead of just flying straight
Yeah,
at it.
it's
Come
not,
on,
dude.
bro. Is it or is it not?
No,
I mean, Jesus.
it's a elongated asteroid that's tumbling like this.
And it's flying straight?
Yes, it's not. There's nothing nefarious about it, bro. It's
I
on a
say-
normal trajectory, doing its normal thing.
I click these things, and for a quick second, I'm like, oh, shit. And then I read the tagline or whatever, and then I'm like, you know, if this stuff is happening, I'll know about it. I'll know. Because all
know.
this other crap that's on my feed will not be there.
No.
And it will be this.
It'll be
like
and
Independence Day, the movie.
Yes.
And everybody's going to know.
Straight up,
right?
bro.
So, yeah. So don't.
Yes.
Don't click
Don't
it.
believe the hype.
Don't believe the hype. Fake news.
Yes, and I'm truly convinced that we don't have aliens.
What?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You better stop.
Yeah, I'm truly convinced now.
That's now. You saw something now that.
No, I put together all the information that I've been gathering the last few years,
No.
and that we have some pretty remarkable technology.
Yes.
That is for sure.
We're too smart
And
to think that they're not out there.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Oh, that's what
I'm saying all the things that we think that we keep seeing around us, and we think these are spaceships or aliens or this or that, and all of the historical information that we couldn't have built because we're not smart enough, and the aliens had to help us build it. All of it is bullshit. Every single piece of it.
No.
I know. I know.
We are going to talk about that so much more, as you know.
Yes, and we're gonna still read the new stories that come out and watch the new programs.
AJ, we're still going to watch the Y-Files, and we're still going to believe it all the way till the end when you shit on it and debunk it and shoot my dreams out of the sky.
Yeah, man. And I still want to figure out the zero energy thing.
Yeah.
That's
a cool
bugging
thing.
the snot out of me.
Yeah,
bro.
we're gonna figure that out. But there are aliens. Okay, the word alien doesn't mean little green men or little gray men. It means something other, and there is lots of other going on.
Oh, there's a
out
ton
there.
of other.
There's a lot of other. All right, you scared the hell out of me. You're like, I'm convinced there's no alien. I'm like,
Yeah.
What happened to you?
Yeah. No, there's just too big of a space for the knowledge that we have right now to get from A to B to find the next person down the road. And the amount of time that it would take for you to find that next person, by the time we found them and came back, it'd be generations that would
Yeah,
have
because
passed.
of how long the space between.
Time-
I
yes.
get you. Yeah,
Relativity.
we haven't figured that out yet. How there could be travel. where
Correct,
the
and
people
that's
that are
another thing that
traveling,
I will concede.
they're not
I
aging.
will concede that there's some like zero energy. They physically say that the laws of science do not allow you to pull energy out of the air. I think that's only because they don't understand the science and that energy is all around us.
We just haven't discovered the science.
We
yet.
haven't discovered how to do it
We
yet.
haven't discovered it. It's the
And I think some people have, and their work got stymied. Because again, I
Well,
was watching
they got
another
murdered.
show.
They got
not
suicided.
Well, not just I watched another Y-Files because it really intrigues me that all of these people have designed something, and then their information and their technology has disappeared,
disappeared, and so have they.
and so have they. They've all been killed
Killed,
or died of.
suicided, died of naturals,
Yes.
right? Heart attacks,
Yes.
whatnot. We will talk.
Yep.
That episode's not out, but we will talk about it again.
Yeah. So it's too much of that shit has gone on. And even in the news, these people are on the news with their technology, and the next thing, it's all wiped out.
Yeah, well, again, it's been brought up more than once in other podcasts we've seen. All the technology that we built to go to the moon, NASA said they deleted it,
I know.
and they can't do it again.
I know.
So we'll leave that
Again,
one floating around.
I'm
but
smelling bullshit.
Shut up with that.
Yes.
You don't delete information where you go to the moon. You've been chasing the moon the whole time against the Russians, and you get it, and then you delete.
We moved closets and everything got disappeared.
Are we gonna? Yeah, we'll save that for
Yeah.
another time. But it's crazy.
It is crazy.
There are
bro.
aliens. You better retract. You better retract your goddamn statement.
And so that shit's been bugging the shit out of me.
The
And
zero energy thing.
the zero energy thing has been, I can't get over, I keep thinking about how much energy we use. And now I'm reading about how much energy we're going to need for AI and for all of the things that it's going to bring to us. It consumes an ridiculous amount of energy.
Yeah, but I have faith in science. We're going to shrink that requirement down, just like we always have. Any microchips for computers and things, or these big things, now you can't see them without a magnifying
You're correct,
glass.
but
And
what are
they're
we doing?
powering
You're correct.
servers,
You're right. Eventually, that will. I mean, look at the microchips
happen.
now.
Right,
Which
that's
is
exactly what I'm saying.
But I'm just okay. So I watched microchips, bro. That's part of this. Do you really know how small those CPUs are?
No, I
You
mean,
know
like
what a
I said,
CPU is, correct?
Yeah, it's the power of the computer.
Yeah. Just say. We're going to call it a wafer on
It's
the
brain.
computer board,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, the tiny little fucking square.
Dude, is down to.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, so I was doing this. It's
no, more. You can't even see them.
without the naked eye, without a magnifying glass. You can't see
Yes,
it.
without a magnifying
Right.
glass, you can't see it. And they're going to build, bro. It had to be football fields, 3 or 4 football fields long and
Hundreds
like
of
2
yards.
football fields wide,
Yeah.
300 yards and 600 yards. I mean,
whatever it is.
200 yards
Yeah.
and 300 yards. And those wafer computer chips are going to be stacked upon billions and
Oh,
billions and
yeah.
billions of those, all inside a warehouse that big. That is crazy.
It is crazy.
Just to think about that when I watched it being broken down.
That's the future. That's what they're working
They're,
towards.
they're making them right now.
Yeah,
They're
right
building
now.
it.
Yeah.
Because that's what it needs for AI. That's the type of computer, how much it takes to make this thing work on the scale that it's going to be in our lives.
Yeah,
This thing is literally going to be like Star Trek. You're going to walk up to your gate and you're just going to say open. And the gate is going to open, or it's going to
Because it knows my
sense that you're
voice.
there before you
Yeah.
even get there.
It'll know
You're
my
going to walk
phone's
into your
nearby.
kitchen. You're going to say all the things that you want. And it's not going to just be a microwave. It's going to be an interactive motherfucker.
I thought I was lazy now. Boy, when this happens, I ain't going to do anything. I'm doing nothing.
You better find an activity that you like to do, buddy.
Well, it'll be doing
You better
nothing.
become a swimmer.
I'm a what?
A swimming. I'm going swimming with my friends.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Yeah. Even though I've been known to say repeatedly that that'll be the death of us.
It's going to make the food for us.
The fake food.
It'll
The
be
blob,
real food.
The blob.
Yeah,
Did you
that might
see,
eventually come.
Snowpiercer. Did you watch that show?
Yes.
And they have that great black Jello crap that they got to eat.
Dude, was that
vitamin
horrible or
supplement.
what?
That looks
Yes.
terrible. Yeah, that's gonna be us, bro.
Yes, if it ever comes to that.
Yeah. I wish I could remember the name of this short film. I watched a short film where the guy is in a small room that takes place in the not so distant future. He's wearing like some white singlet, whatever. He's all, shaved, and he has work that he does on a computer, and it's just code, and everything's blank on the walls. Everything's white, and then it's time to eat, and the alarm goes off, and then this mask comes down, and he wears a mask, and then he hooks another tube up to his ass, and while he's feeding this liquid supplement, it's going through him, and it comes out into the exhaust port.
And then the exhaust goes into somebody else's mouth.
Oh, that's Human Centipede. This was a different movie. This is a better film.
Okay.
So yeah, but I mean, like, that's the future, dude. That's how insane it's gonna be. It's like
That was maybe one of the. Whether it was the Black Box or
no,
what
it
was
wasn't Black Mirror. It wasn't a
Black
Black
Mirror? It wasn't
episode.
Black
No,
Mirror?
that was a different version.
Maybe
There's
Love
something
and
like that.
Robots.
Huh?
Love and Robots.
No. Oh, did I see that?
It's a bunch of short little clips
It's
like
really
that.
short. I wish I could remember. I might
Yeah,
Google it later.
I think I might have
I
seen
might
that.
Google it and see if I can remember what it is. But yeah, microchips and the future of AI. And
Yeah.
and aliens. All to be discussed.
All to be discussed.
On the BS Lounge podcast in the near future. So if you survived this long in episode 2, that's what you have to look forward to. If you survived all this stupid talk of Nick Fuentes,
right,
and you made it to this point,
now you're getting the meats and potatoes.
You get the real Josh and Bo.
This is the steak. Cut through that bad boy. We're going to Ruth Chris tomorrow, buddy.
Yeah, every Wednesday night. Well, anyway, sum up maybe what I did this weekend. I went to Horror Nights in Hollywood.
Yes,
to rap, but
and you got scared? Tell it.
Yeah. Well,
dude, please tell them your method.
Tell
them your method, bro.
If I share my method with the 3 users that are listening to us right now, then I might ruin the whole thing. Everybody's going to find out.
I know. I just was thinking that as I said it, but it's still pretty entertaining.
It's like that thing where they have like these memes say, hey, for a secret to LAX, go in through, arrivals when you're on departures.
Yep.
Like, stop telling people that shit. That still works.
It does. It does.
All right. I'll ruin it for everybody.
Yes.
For all of us that know how to do this. So we go to Halloween Horror Nights every year. We actually did the math. We've been doing it for about 15 straight years. Me and one of my best friends. And then we've been taking our kids. So the really funny story is the first time we took our kids. And so...
So how old are the kids?
That's exactly where I'm going to start. That's exactly where I'm starting this story. We were with some of my family for the first time. We were with my buddy, but we brought our older kids, and they were 12 and 10. So my son, who was 12...
those are good ages for haunted houses and stuff.
It's not 10.
Yeah, I think I was for me. I was 9 or 10 when I went to my first one, I think.
Not Scary Farm, I think I was probably 8, 9, 10. And it was so scary. But I watched horror movies as a child.
Yeah.
At like 6, 7 years old. My uncle's taking me to horror movies in the theater, right?
Yeah.
So I'm a different breed, so to speak.
I did the same thing as a kid.
Right? So
my parents said nothing was off limit, except porn.
I don't know if I had any limits. But so anyway, they're young. So anyway, my son gets scared pretty quickly because they're roaming around scaring you, just as you're walking around, not just in the mazes. Like, they're walking around scaring you, which they've changed recently. They don't do that. They have certain areas that are called scare zones, which is frustrating to me.
Yes.
But he ends
We're swinging back the other direction.
Yeah, exactly. We are at full swing. Everybody gets a fucking trophy. Within the first, 30 minutes, he is desperately grasps onto his mom, my wife. Right, and she's holding him basically like this the whole time. At some point,
and is this the only time that she went?
Yes, this is the only time that she went. His head is under her sweatshirt for the entire evening. He's not coming out, right?
Yes.
And the 10-year-old is probably just as scared, but she's manning up a little bit more.
Yes, she always did.
And yeah, they've always thought these two were twins, and so. That was that. We went to that, and my wife's like, I don't need to go to this anymore. And then we missed a year with my older kids. They didn't go the next year. So he was going to be in 8th grade that following year. We took him that following year. All right, so I'll skip to the end. I'll skip to last weekend. So I'm there with my kids, my best friend, one of his kids, and my kids have friends with them and a boyfriend, right? So we're there. And we've got this thing that we do that we slow the walk way down once we get in, because when you go into these mazes, dude, you've been there.
Yeah,
it's a steady stream of people, and so you're in this
somebody's
room.
Always on your ass.
Well, there's somebody in front of you, literally bumper to bumper in front of you, bumper to bumper behind you, and you walk into a room and there's 27 people and through the walkway going into the next door and coming out of this door, and the people that are trying to scare you, there's some kind of time where there's a sound release at every 10 or 15 seconds or whatever it is, and they come flying out and they scare the hell out of you.
Yeah.
So I'm in, and I watch it happen to 7 people in front of me. And we haven't moved. And 10 seconds goes by, and then he does it again. And then someone comes out of the other, and they just do it like I'm in there. 4 or 5 times.
Repeating the same old song.
It's the same thing. It's part of their deal, which I get. It's their script, but you're not scaring me. You're hardly scaring the people in front of us, and now we're all just watching you do it over and over again. That's not what the intention of that maze is, right?
I want to be scared the shit out of.
You got to jump out, and I want to be screaming.
I'm not going to just sit with my endorphins on a shelf.
I could watch a horror movie if I want to stare at something.
I want to get this interaction going, man. I want to feel something.
Exactly. So, over the years, we've learned that when there was no one in front of us, we'd walk into empty rooms. So, as a group, the first 1 or 2 people, they do their thing, and then you got another 1 or 2 people behind them. They're doing the same thing.
Yep.
So this is how it's done. We walk in, and we don't tell the crew of Universal that we're going to do this, right? Because they'll tell you to hurry up. And then there's little people in there waiting around. They're like waving me on. So we'll go in, and we'll let the people in front of us walk
People
quickly.
waving me on.
They do.
Hurry up, hurry up,
They
hurry
do.
up.
They do. Get going. And so we all get in all jammed up, right? And then by the end of the first room, we're walking pretty slow, and there's a little gap between us and in front of them. And then the second room, I'm walking really slow, and then I let them walk out. And then I'll start looking at the set. I'll start looking at all the stuff, all the bodies and whatever is up, whatever props I'm just staring at it because it's a movie set. So I'm looking and I'm enjoying the set. And then by the time I walk into the next room, everybody else has gone through it. And I walk into an empty room. So if the scary people are hiding, they're hidden and I don't know where they're at. And if the scary people are out and they're doing something, I get to see them. Right, and I walk in,
and you're catching at the opportune moment.
And I'm catching at the beginning of the scene.
Yes.
Right, I'm like halfway through. I don't walk in and they're all resetting, which happens sometimes. I walk in and I see someone go into a door. I'm like, I came in a little early.
Right.
But so I will just go through about Terrifier specifically. So there's a
and real quick, explain what Terrifier is.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So if you're not a horror fan. I'm not even gonna say that. If you like horror movies, you may not even know who the Terrifier.
Yeah, because I like horror movies and I don't even know who they are or what it is.
There's a series of Terrifier films, and they're called The Terrifier, and it's a tall clown dressed in black and white, almost like a mime, but he's in a clown outfit. He doesn't speak. He doesn't even make
It's
sounds.
not like the It one.
No. He doesn't talk.
Okay.
It's black and white. He's bald, and he absolutely maims the people he kills in these scenes.
Is he like a Jason where he's indestructible?
Yeah, because he does take an L every once in a while.
Okay,
and here he is.
And he comes back for the next one.
He's supernatural. He's had his head cut off. Spoiler alert. There's nothing special about these films that I'm ruining for you, other than they're absolutely the most goriest films I have ever watched in my entire life. And he does the worst shit.
They make Rob Zombie look like a sissy?
Yeah, sorry, Rob.
Ooh.
Sorry, Rob. Sorry, not sorry, because we love the Terrifier series. So the films are terrible.
Right.
The acting's terrible. There's no story. The story is absolutely dog shit. And you got to suffer. But the killing is absolutely off the charts. And so there's the Ninth Circle is where he makes an appearance, and then there's
we're
Terrifier.
wondering where these lunatics get their ideas from.
I love the ideas, by the way. Kudos to the creative directors of the Terrifier.
No, I meant real people.
Well, yeah, exactly. And we're just like, dude, how do you come up with this new stuff? I'm watching people die in ways that I've never seen. This is great. Yeah. Give me something new every time. So there's a progression. There's a Ninth Circle where he makes an appearance, and then I think, or I'm screwing it up, and then there's another one, Terrifier 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is on its way out sometime soon. And Terrifier 1's pretty fucking boring, but there's some good killing. And then in 2, there's a lot more killing, but it's pretty shitty. The story's bad. And then Terrifier 3... I make the joke like he kills someone every 4 minutes, like so you're not missing anything.
It's the most action-packed horror film you've ever seen.
Terrifier specifically. So in the Terrifier maze.
So do I watch 1 and 2 or just go straight to 3?
No, go straight to 3. If you like 3, then you can go back and watch 2 if you want because they're not relevant to each other.
All right.
So that's Terrifier. So they have a maze, and the consensus really of the maze, the gist of the maze is like every room you're kind of getting to experience one of those extreme murders from all the movies. Like, there's a lot of rooms and there's a lot of murders, but they pick some really key ones to reenact. So, I enjoyed this maze greatly. I was up first.
So, were the scenes duplicates or just in the style of?
Duplicates. So, you got to experience those
They're recreating
scenes.
those scenes.
Recreated those scenes, and it was awesome.
Okay.
So, I won't want to ruin it for anyone who hasn't been to the maze yet.
Yeah.
But in order for me to describe some of my interactions, I do kind of have to say what they were. So if you don't like it,
close your ears.
Close your ears.
Here's
a little spoiler alert for two of the rooms in Terrifier Maze at Horror Nights. So I walk in, I'm alone, and one of the ones that catches my memory the most is I walk in, and on my left is Art the Clown. That's his name.
His name's Art the Clown?
His name's Art.
Art.
Yeah, because there's always a back history on how a clown got his name or whatever. So his name's Art. And I walk in, and I'm like, I look at him, and I'm excited, right? And he's facing me, and I'm to his right, and he looks to my right, like where the door is, and he does this gesture like,
Where's everybody?
Where's everybody else? And I go, out loud, I go, just you and me, brother, let's do it. And he goes, oh, and he claps. He does his fucking clap. And I'm like, yeah. And so I'm standing off to the side. He's got a dummy in the middle of the room, and it's in a chair. And he does this thing, like he does this gesture, like go to the front of me.
Yes.
And he does it slowly, and I move over, and he goes like this, stop. Just like the fucking clown does in the fucking movie.
He's eating it up.
I'm loving this, right? I'm excited. So then I'm like, all right. So then he starts cutting the face of the jawline of the dummy, and he starts lifting it back, and I'm cheering him on, and there's still no one in the room with me. I'm
It's
loving
just you
it.
and him.
It's just me and him, and the person who's
Is there sounds or music in the background?
Yeah, there's all kinds of crazy sounds
Okay.
going on, screaming and
Okay, all right.
banging and sensory overload.
Yes.
And I'm screaming at him to cut her face open, and it starts spraying water all over me. Right?
Oh, so it's water. It's not blood.
No, it's not actual. No,
Okay,
it's not
okay,
even
okay.
red. It's just it's water.
Okay.
And so you're wearing it, and I'm cheering him on, and he does it, and he does this little bow thing, and I clap my hand, and I go through the door. I love it. The next room I go into, Art's there, and he's got someone sitting down in front of him. And I look at him, and he looks around, and I go, it's just me, brother. Do it. Let's go. Cut her fucking head off. I'm screaming at him. Cut her fucking head off. Do it. And he starts sawing at this dummy's head, right? And I go, do it. And he pulls, and the head comes off, and I go, fuck yeah. I'm screaming just like this. And then the body jumps out of the chair at me, and I leap, and I hit the ceiling. I'm screaming like a little bitch.
Yes.
And then I immediately into uncontrollable laughter and stomping on the ground. I'm like, yes, so good.
That is great.
Thank you. And I clap, and he claps and does his little thing, and I go into the next room. You gotta do this. You have to slow down when you're in these mazes. I don't care how scared you are. Why are you there?
And do you not go with the rest of your party to get the thing by yourself, or did it just happen that you guys weren't together?
No. We all go in together because you're in line. So whatever the sequence of whatever you're queued up, whoever's in line with you goes at the same time, right with you. And then you
Gotcha.
just single file it.
Okay.
Right. So everybody I was with, we're all together, start to finish. We're in line.
Okay.
So if I start, they know what I'm doing, so they're gonna slow way down too.
Okay.
So I go in.
So they're trying to experience the same thing that you're doing.
My entire group is doing it.
Oh my God!
some of the
I
kids-
didn't know that. I thought
Yeah.
you were going in. They were all as a group together behind you. It's every person.
Almost every person. Me and one of my best friends, we split up. We experience it alone, and we slow way
Yes.
down. And then the kids are behind us, and a lot of times they're teamed up.
Okay.
Like my daughter and her boyfriend will always be together, and then she might still be with the younger kids, or the younger kids might go really slow, and they're split up.
Okay.
But they'll be in little groups. But me and my boy Ryan, we this trip specifically, we separated. We used to kind of stick together and then in little small
And
groups,
experience
2
it-
or 3,
right?
and not try to break it up too much. But
Yeah.
then we just started totally spacing each other out. I would get through the maze and I'd turn around. It'd be like 30 seconds before any of my other people I'm with come out of the maze alone.
Okay.
And then another 30 seconds, and then like 1 or 2 people.
Yeah, but
from
I
my
think
group.
if you do it, as you guys are doing it now, it's not as bad. If you were to do it like in October 20th, it's probably packed as hell. And
No, it's just as bad right now for everybody
Oh,
else.
is it
behind
really?
us. Yeah, I mean the wait line for Terrified was 180 minutes.
shut.
Can you imagine waiting for 180 minutes and then walking through and like just not being scared at all, like just
No.
watching?
No.
And there are people that, like I said, I get it. You're super scared. You want to rush through. That's all super cute and super fun. Like,
Yeah.
why are you here? To be scared, right?
Yeah.
Don't rush through this thing. In fact, we're in one of them. I got scared because a dude fucking ran by me. Somebody that was, somebody that was there to experience it went running by. And I was like scared that he was mad that we were going slow because we have some young teenagers behind us, like some good kids. Like, I don't want someone getting into some kind of argument with somebody else because they're walking too slow. I think about that stuff. And I was like, oh shit, what happened? My friend's son is back there. And we get out and he's just there on his phone. And I didn't say anything to him, but I was like, he must have not been his thing.
Yeah.
So he went running through.
Either that, he had to take a dump real quick.
No, he was waiting there right outside the maze when I
okay.
got out. But look, man, like that's the whole thing. You want to slow down. You want to walk into empty rooms. You want everybody to reset so that you can be there and get scared. That's the point. And I understand that the lines are going to be longer and
Right.
So-
Now it's 100 and
100. It's like 280 minutes because I slowed it down. But hey, I'm getting my money's worth. That's why I'm there. I love it. And this last trip, we probably mastered it. I mean, the last number of years we would like send who wants to go first, and then we let them really kind of get the brunt of it, and then everybody else who was in the back kind of would be together, and then the public would be right behind us. So,
right.
But this time we really just like spaced out all separately, and there wasn't a single maze that I wasn't getting scared in every room.
Nice.
I walked into 90% of the rooms were empty when I got in them. So
Yes.
nothing better. Now, one time last year, there's a tram ride at Universal, as most people know.
Yeah.
And so they do a little thing. So they drop you off and you walk up alongside the Bates Motel set. It's the reenact. It's for the tram ride. Usually they drive through it.
Right.
But you get to walk through there, and you get to walk through the War of the Worlds set where the plane crashes. And so anyway, they with the Bates Motel, they do different things. And this time they had something cool going on. But you're walking it with hundreds of people. You're not getting a chance to be scared. It's more of just like stuff going on. But last year, they let you walk through Nope Town. I call it Nope Town. So the movie Nope has a set there. Nope is a
Yeah.
I forget who directed it and wrote it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So
I watched it.
they have a little town where that's the set, and it's probably like 25, 30 yards long, and it's a little western town. And so last year, you had to walk across an asphalt driveway where the trams drive over, and then when you get through Nope, you pop back over to this other asphalt, and the tram picks you up there. Well, the trams have to drive through there, so they stopped us from crossing. Like the whole group is feeding through this tram ride walk thing, and go up through Nope Town, and then boom, they stop, and they just stopped me, and like 7 other people. And there just happens to not be anybody else behind me because I was trying to walk slow and get to experience it.
Yeah.
Well, they broke us up, and they let everybody go through, and then the tram, I think it had to be like 2 trams go by. Then they wait a second, and then they let us through. By the time I get across the street, I look up, there's no one in Nope Town except for the actors.
Nice.
Everybody's gone, and it's from the movie Us, where they have the knives.
Yeah.
Right? And so
Yeah.
everybody's standing there with their knife, just staring, and there's people all over the place, and you have to walk in between them to get through, and they're just waiting, and you're just waiting for them to do
Want them to
something.
go.
And so I was in front of everybody. I was like alone walking through Nope Town with like 7 other dudes. And by the time I got through the whole thing, the whole crowd was catching up. But I got to go through and experience it all alone. And so I tell you, if you're listening to this, you are not getting your money's worth if you are not doing this. You need to
Post
chill
up and
out.
wait for the
You
tram.
need to let the people go. Walk into empty rooms. Otherwise, don't go to this thing.
Yeah.
You don't want to be scared. You're a bitch.
That's good.
You want to man up, dude.
You
Go
just
to an empty room.
Universal's going to be pissed at you.
Yes, they are. Yes, they're going to blackball me. I'm not going to be able to buy my tickets anymore.
There goes our sponsorship.
Yeah, Ryan's going to be pissed. Why'd you tell everybody? I only had 27 people listening to this podcast. It's fine.
None of them even go to Universal.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
Don't worry. So it was a good weekend. I went to the Sand Sports show right before that. Off-road little show.
Yeah, how was that?
It's cool. You know, we don't buy stuff anymore. We used to go because when I first started going, there was a lot of ATVs, quads, and like actual sand rails. Now it's just side-by-sides, which is, the Polaris Razors,
Yep.
Can-Ams, or whatever. So it's a side-by-side show. Like, there's hardly any sand rails. There's no bikes. It's more of a vendor thing to go buy stuff for the season. So, we don't buy anything anymore. We don't really shop. We just go to meet up. My off-road group, it's our first time we get to really get together again as a whole. We go have some drinks, walk around all the off-road stuff, talk about motors, talk about this, and just have a good time.
Nice.
So that was fun. And then the next morning, Universal, and the next morning, the next day, I slept and got home to like 3 a.m. on Saturday from Horror Nights.
Damn.
I was supposed to go to the Chargers-Broncos game, but I wasn't feeling it. So I sold the tickets.
That's cray.
Yeah, I'm like that tired and just beat. Like, I'm so beat from the last few months. I was like,
all
it's
that
bad.
adrenaline dump you had from going in the rooms by yourself.
Yeah, that and all the other shit. I'm just like, it's bad when I don't have the want to go to a professional sports event. I don't care who or what it is, I'm down. I was like, I don't want to go. So I'm trying to reset.
That's right.
I need some reset time.
Yeah, you gotta store up before you get to
And
San Diego.
I got more coming, so I need to reset right now. Right now.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
good shit.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hey,
Wrap it
I thought we had some pretty fun topics.
Yeah. Hopefully you survived the First half, it was a little scatterbrained.
Yeah.
Welcome to
Welcome,
episode 2.
welcome to tell me where I'm wrong.
Tell me where I'm wrong, and a little taste of what might be to come.
That's right. That's
Wild
right.
subject. So even if you hate it, listen anyway.
Hey, come back and see us, would you?
I'ma talk shit in the world gone stupid.
A bullshit? A bullshit.